Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CSR2. We're back with the staple of the Zelda Randomizer community racing scene, Ellendar versus Xarnax here, facing off in the Z2R Max Rando Tourney 2023, Sus Round 1. I'm starting with the uncommons tonight. Is Mariah, how are you doing?
Well, Star, I'll be honest, until about 60 seconds ago, I was a 5 out of 10, but now I'm an 8 out of 10. I'm not sure if it's because I just took a pill that I found on the bottom of the floor of my kitchen, or if it's because we're about to have this race. Either way, I'm in no position to assess.
Not the second.
Okay, well, never mind. That got cut out because I missed my push to talk key, and my clever joke is no more. So I'm doing good.
Yep, doing good myself. Looking forward to a good race here. As mentioned, staple of the Zelda 2 randomized community here. Got ourselves Ellendar and Xarnax, veterans of the community, who face off on the regular. My first memory of them both is racing each other, in fact, in this 2020 standard tournament. They get to face off about once a tournament. It's something of a running joke by now, so we'll see how this one goes for them.
Yeah, there's a bit of light rivalry here. Not sure where the lore comes from. I think it might be sealed in a dusty tome on a high shelf in the Z2R community library somewhere. But there is some
back several years.
Yeah, exactly. There's something going on here. I'm not sure, but they're out for blood, friendly blood.
Yeah, but I think it is in part just that they're longtime community members, and it's just they get to face off all the time, and this becomes just a running joke. And this tournament and in other tournaments too at this rate. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, it's. I think last tournament they didn't get a chance to face off against each other, and I'm going to quote Ellendar because it was said in the public channel. He said, "If Xarnax would just win races, they could face off against each other."
Ha! Well, we're off.
All right.
Okay, we've got to start. 7 hearts, 4 lives. Dash is in Mita right next to start, and we're up on the northern coast apparently. To see nothing here. Yeah, 7 hearts, 4 lives, 6 gems. We've got the Eddie key, we've got up stab, we've got down stab, we've got P4, and we don't have a single spell.
Yeah, I don't know if we're in a... Look, I'm going to say vanilla-like. Could still be Caldera-ish, though. We'll have to see what the little south end of where we're at looks like.
P4 here for Ellendar, for the Xarnax, sorry, is a dark green today. Dark yellow-green today here. Nice 200 off the Iron Knuckle. And that's life 2 for them both. Ellendar heading through one of our item caves here, looking for our first item of the seed, it seems.
Okay, I was thinking Xarnax might do a little grinding there in the 200 Iron Knuckle, but guess not. Gonna get moving.
Seems like it.
I believe that was, as the tracker says, the flute there for Ellendar. We'll see if that comes into play. Not sure yet. Might be, might not be.
Yep. This is looking pretty vanilla-like, it seems. That big lake just south of where Xarnax is at.
Yeah.
Point P back there is very nice for Ellendar. That will be attack 2.
Medicine Cave for Xarnax. We're getting a quick tour of our western continent here, and I imagine with these 7 hearts and the magic key, we're going to be in palaces fairly soon.
Yeah, very, very generous start. I think he's 7 hearts, 4 lives, both stabs, a magic jar on top 2. Why not, I guess? Very friendly start for these two today. It is 6 gems though, so we'll be here for a little bit.
Yeah. But that is something...
This would be like a perfect setup for a 1 gem seed, but no, it's a 6
yeah.
gem, because of course.
There's a little comfort in a 6-gemmer, especially if the glove is going to be kind of far away from starting positions, and so you've got a little bit of time to kind of explore the world and find that glove, which is very likely going to be required.
That's true. As you see, Rando here in the northeast has the spell in it. Okay. Nice to know that 2 of our usually not required spells, spell, and dash, are behind items today, so that our more important spells aren't.
Yeah, so between our 2 runners, we've got 3 caves seen. We're still missing Grass Tile, Trophy Cave, and Magic Container Cave. And I think 2 palaces.
Yeah, 2 palaces. We've seen 2 item caves, and they are missing a bunch. Xarnax is kind of in the north middle part of the map, I want to say. Vanilla Lakes can be a little trippy.
I see two two boulder blocked caves here. They might just be pass-throughs, but I don't know. We're about to find out what we see in Ellendar's other cave here.
Well, then the fairy cave is where we're at, so nope.
Yeah, so we've seen two pass-throughs already, Fairy Cave and then Parappa. So we've still got Jump out there, but we've got two boulder block caves. Might come into play here.
Yep. Oh, we've got a canyon east, it looks like.
Wow, and I see a raft tile there, so that means potential Raft Maze Island. Xarnax looking around the east here, is thinking, might wanna hang out and stay a little while. Oh, he's trying to do the encounter skip on this double Darunia encounter here. Okay.
Also, we see a raft tile just across the river.
Yeah.
A little bit of an unusual spot, a little bit inland, but it does have a straight line. With a bridge, I guess technically, it does. There are. Well, anyhow, that's going to be another continental access. And there's also a water tile not too far from the cave. We'll need boots for that.
Yeah, if Ellendar hangs out in the west a little while longer than Boots are over here, this is going to be better for him once he hits the east.
Oh, good for Xarnax, he spotted the Valley of Death. Those can be kind of difficult to spot in canyon biomes just because they're on the edges of the map, and sometimes they just don't quite walk far enough over on the map to spot one, but he does see it good.
Also see a three-eyed rock right there as he was checking out that cave right across the water, so might be something.
Just look like a P bag here for Ellendar. 150. Alright. We will see some additional P bags in this seed and other junk items, given that they started with 7 heart containers, as we see Thunder and Naburu. Why not? Here in the southeastern part of the map, it looks like. And hey, Trails, yep, it's a 6-gemmer. A very friendly 6-gemmer so far, I'll be honest with you. 7 hearts, 4 lives. An up stamp and down stamp, plus the any key to start. They're not really hurting for anything at the moment. Already 333 for Ellendar, speaking of. Given that it's giving them a load of 200 and 300 point P-backs.
Yeah, a lot of healthiness across the board here. Nothing too scarce so far.
And in the slightest, there's Thunder for Xarnax, speaking of this seed being stupid friendly.
Did we get any town checks on the west just yet? Did we walk into any towns?
We saw Mido and Rudo. It was, Mido was Dash, Spellspill, and Rudo.
Okay, that's right, yeah.
And here's the cave to the east for Ellendar, kind of in the middle of the... it's really just smack dab in the middle of the map. Like, I don't think it's particularly far west, or east, or north, or south. I just think that's more or less the middle of the west.
So Ellendar, I was watching some old races, and Ellendar said that he is a fan of either picking up...
Puma's sitting on the raft today. Ouch. If they need that raft tile we spotted earlier on the east, that's gonna hurt. Also, sorry, what?
I was saying that Ellendar had a mantra to follow back last year that he was either being able to pick up life or pick up shield, and now he's picking up life, so we'll see if he picks up shield later.
Yep. We're here in the middle of the eastern side of the map, I think. Yeah.
I don't think there's much more to the east from here. We might be forced east.
From the western continent, possible. This east is looking kinda ugly without boots, I'll be honest with you. And Ellendar is heading south. Got Stonehenge possibly down here.
Yeah, I thought we had more water below us, but no, it's just a giant desert.
Yeah, classic for vanilla likes. Another magic jar, why not? Thunder should be castable. I think it was 93 on Xarnax's end, and that's castable with 6 jars, just barely. Not that they particularly need it, but it's an option.
Yeah, it's always nice when you can cast Thunder on 6 bars of magic.
Yeah, we do have a friendly old river devil sitting across the river there. Don't think he's required for anything. I think he might just straight up be boots locked for that matter, but he's there. He exists.
He's just hanging out for pets today. When you pass by him, just give him a pet.
I think he blocks like a grand sum of like 7 tiles or something silly. Like 7, it's not much. And Xarnax has decided, this east sucks. I'm out of here. I don't blame him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, it could have been the play. Did he see any palaces on that side? I don't
think he saw a single palace on that. I mean, he saw the Valley of Death, but I don't think he saw either of the other palaces on that coast. Ooh, and classic for vanilla-like maps, we've got a segmented quadrants here. It looks like the southwestern corner of the west is blocked off by this humongous bay.
Yeah, and it might be the only way south is either with the hammer or the fairy spell, as we saw those we saw a pass-through cave and then a boulder block cave there on the west from starting to get across the mountain range there. Then again, I could be wrong. We haven't seen everything over here just yet. I think Ellendar is going to give us the full picture. Oh, Xarnax might be the first to give us the full picture. He sees another palace over here, and there's a little vanilla road down, so that might actually give us the access to the... Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, not sure. So we're back to more or less the middle of the map. This is kind of the middle of the western side. They're basically in the same spot right now. And, oh, Saria.
Yeah, so we just saw the back of jump. It's going to be jump, boulder blocked next to fairy cave, I think. And
Saria's reflect, and that's in the southwest part of the map. Now, we don't have fairy, we don't have dash, we don't have Bagu yet. I don't know where Bagu is, but that might be nice because it does look like Saria will be a connector to the southwest. Oops, there's GP.
Yeah, 4 and
I
GP.
think our final palace is going to be in that southwest corner too, because we still haven't seen it, to my knowledge. We've seen P4 by start. We just saw GP. No clue where I don't think we've seen the last one, but it might have lost track somewhere here. Speaking of 4, that's our next in it.
So that's interesting. I was just going to say, do you try for Bagu? Because if you're walking around these forest tiles and you can't find the Lost Woods encounter, then it may very well just be the item sitting in 4 is the boots or something like that, or the hammer that might lead to the boots at that point. So this might be a big play from Xarnax.
Oh, okay, no, that's still P4. I was like, I'm trying to remember where we were and where we're going. But yeah, it could be that we have to go through 4 for our required progression item, because I think there was a land bridge on the east that Xarnax took one look at it, failed the encounter skip on, and skipped out on.
Yeah.
That might be our option to go explore the western coast a bit, though I don't know how far you can go on that western coast. I think at least some of it looked like it was possibly boots locked. And, versus we are still missing several caves in the west, but at least one's boulder blocked. There's probably at least one item cave down in that southwest corner, and we haven't seen Bagu yet for said southwest corner. Nobody's talked to the person in Mito to know where Dash is, because that is one way across Saria.
Well, you need Dash and Jump.
Oh, that's true. Forgot both. And we don't know where Jump is. A moot point. Nope. And then our remaining spells, Fairy Jump, and Shield are going to be the remaining 3 spells in the east, none of which we currently have access to, given the eastern map is a bit ugly.
Yeah, we'll see if Ellendar goes this way.
We know that's the raft. We don't know where P5 is, so we're not getting the raft immediately. It could be the Valley of Death Palace, which would be a bit ugly if that raft tile is accessible. And P4 is being a P4 for Xarnax here, trying to deal the Doom Knocker and failing, kind of. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez. Passing through that elevator right as he dies. And does make it through.
3 blue Lizalfos and an orange one red. This Experience City, unfortunately, you're playing at 2 frames a second.
It's also Lag City is the thing we're on.
Oh, Desert Tile.
Let's make it across. And just a P-back, though, unfortunately. That could have been big for Ellendar.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're boots locked off the rest of this.
Wow.
Okay. Yay! Go us. So, boots need to be found somewhere. As Ellendar tries to pass back through Lag City here and takes a nap. Oh dear, this encounter is just brutal.
This is great. He's got life though too, so he can. I'm pretty sure he should be able to cast that no matter what with his 6 magic.
No, he should be able to cast it. I'm just laughing at how bad this lag is.
Yeah. Yeah, Xarnax showed us a lot of this eastern side of our river canyon east. So I don't know if he fully explored everything he had access to. He kind of dipped in a few areas. I don't know if Ellendar is going to do a more thorough clear and show us maybe a little bit more.
I'm not sure either. Okay, Ellendar's stream just lagged for me there, so I'm gonna refresh like his actual stream, not just the game. Yeah, I'm not sure how much. I know we saw the Valley of Death on the eastern coast. Dardax, I understand, we did not decide to dig it. I don't know. I think you might have checked into every cave accessible. I'm not 100% sure.
Wow, yeah, Valley of Death, they didn't even really consider that. GP's on the west, so Valley of Death is going to be accessible, especially without, Karak BP4 not having Reflect, etc., etc. So Valley of Death might, like a fairyless Valley of Death might be the way to go in this seed, as easy as comfortable as it started out. That might not be the comfortable requirement for the next step in this one, though.
No, because it looks like our Boots blocked off the east. We're Boots blocked off at least one Night Palace on the west, I'm pretty sure at this point. We've got at least one Hammerlocked cave in the west, and this just generally looks kinda ugly. This should be Thunder for Ellendar at least. I think I need to refresh my internet again because I decided to quit.
I wonder if he's going to go west out of Nibiru here to get the additional hints, to see if there's anything of note.
Might not be a bad idea. Because some hints would be nice to give us some direction as to where to go specifically out of our options. We've got P4, we've got the Valley of Death Palace, we've got, Karak there for Xarnax. Can't do that right now, no Reflect, because we can't get through Saria for it.
I feel that Xarnax's been in this room already, and that he might kind of be stuck with the item behind Karak. Either that or there's a lot of duplicate rooms in this P4. I'm pretty sure we've seen him through this area, though, before.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been looking more closely at Ellendar's exploration and trying to fix my internet. Apparently, Ellendar's lag crashed the internet too, so that's fun. Bagu could be the way forward if flop a flush, but I don't think we've seen Bagu's Woods as a problem.
Yeah, the other problem, though, is that sometimes Bagu's Woods is just kind of chilling in a terrible spot, and you're like, oh my god, dude, there's like 3 forest tiles over here, and you just happen to find he's like split. Sometimes the Lost Woods can be split by a mountain range, and it's like he's available in like 2 tiles, and the rest of the Lost Woods is available on the other side. And just weird things like that can happen. But it doesn't look like we have... This is a pass-through to go north, but it looks like it just goes straight north. That's probably just going to... No, I don't know. I might take that pass-through. I think that pass-through goes up, and there's a pass-through facing south that I think is going to take him to the other side of the canyon as well. So I think we've got pass-through access to the other side of that canyon, but we're going into Death Valley.
All right. Fairly encounter-free Death Valley for that first part, actually.
Yeah, it looks like a long tail, though, up the second half here.
Yeah, those tend to do that sometimes, I've noticed, with canyon valleys.
Yeah, we're hoping that these encounters aren't terrible and that the MOAs aren't like invincible or invulnerable or whatever, and we can get through these.
Oh, I forgot Xarnax hadn't gotten his flute yet, so that's where that is for him. Words are hard, brain's apparently not functioning, neither is the comp page. Go meet.
Well, that's 2 encounters so far. One more, and we're going to get a chance to see what palace we've got here. Not going to be 4, not going to be GP. It's going to be one of the other 5 standard palaces we've got out there.
And if this is, we do know that the raft is in 5, but that's behind Boots. We have confirmed that it does look like that the Boots are going to be our way to the rest of the East. So if this is 5, that's not going to be helpful.
Snooze Fest P1 here in Death Valley. Let's hope for no glove blocks or no fairy blocks. That's the main ordeal here.
Yeah, a glove or fairy block would be kind of ugly at this point. Also, I missed it due to the internet issues, but do we know if Xarnax found the item in 4 or why he bailed?
No. He like I was saying, we were seeing like the same rooms and he was looping around, so he dipped out of P4 and without any item. Karak seems to be blocking the item in P4 today.
Classic.
Ellendar doesn't know that, of course, and he's probably thinking that, I wonder if it's in P4. That's the only other accessible palace they have right now, and so it's like, go into Death Valley and gamble here, or go into P4. I don't know if this is the play I would have made right away, but it seems to be the better play right now.
Yeah. I mean, Ellendar has already pretty thoroughly explored the West and knows that he's basically locked out of there for the most part. Whereas Xarnax hadn't really done a full exploration of the West yet when he went east, as that horsehead went down and blink and you miss it fast.
Well, you were way ahead of me.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we were. Yeah, he was not even engaged with horsehead when he said he was dead.
And I'll probably hit the refresh button as well. Again, my internet seems to be a little cantankerous. That doesn't count.
All right, experience level up right there.
Okay, I refreshed the page again. I got 30 seconds ahead.
Sorry, that was a very important room that Ellendar was in. He's got him. It's a glove block. He has to take this drop, though. Otherwise, he might be glove blocked out of the item.
Yep.
Or not. Here's the item for him. Horsehead guarded item. We'll see what this is.
Yep. Horsehead just went down for me.
Yeah, same.
Alright, we're back synced. 100 points, and the jar for troubles to give us the child. Interesting. That is a 1 in 3 chance of giving us access to Fairy.
Yeah, I think we've got more access to the east. I really do. I think those pass-through caves, they look deceptive. They look like they go into each other, but they're only about 4 to 5 tiles away from each other when I think they go further north and further south. I think they just crisscross, and they look deceptive as if they lead into each other.
That's possible. Hey, Slamu. We're on a slightly trolly 6 gemmer where the map's trolling us. Again, because it's Z2R and why not map trolls? We're trying to figure out where our next progression is. It looks to be boots, potentially. Maybe we missed a connection on the east, as Mirai saying. Could be a hammer to get us a passer cave on the west. Something's gotta show up soon, because they're a bit stumped.
When we saw Xarnax on the east, did he cross the the bridge tiling to go to the west side of the river canyon?
He tried the land bridge way at the top and failed in counter skip and left, so I don't think he ever even saw that desert tile up in the northwest corner.
He did just do that now. He's back in the west after seeing that, so he did see the desert tile now.
Okay, I don't think he took any other way across the west.
Okay.
Though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, by the look of it, we've got a potential pass-through that's going to give us access, and that wooden walkable bridge that's going to be kind of tough to get across, but regardless, it's going to be less difficult than getting through Death Valley without Fairy.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because you have to take this land bridge south to get anywhere. He did go all the way down the eastern coast. Like, he's down to the literal last tile on the eastern coast. He's been down the entire thing.
Yeah, so if you look over by the raft tile, you're going to see a cave that's facing south. Although Ellendar came back, but you can see it right there on Xarnax's side. Okay, so that's that cave there by here.
I forgot this bridge existed. Oops.
Yeah. This bridge looks like it gives us some access to something, at least cave and town.
Ellendar back in the southeast corner. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't think there's anything down here to come back to, but he's back. Alright, yeah, we are back here next to Red Rock, and the shield is in Darunia.
Well, no child for Xarnax, but Ellendar carrying the child today, and is not going to give us access to anything too special.
Judy Flute giving us access to Old Kasudo here with Fairy in it. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that the game tends to send you into palaces for just like these progression items like this. Usually you've got more access to the overworld, and it seems like both of our runners ruled that out a little too soon and started digging into palaces. But here was our progression, just kind of seemingly chilling over here, over the bridge.
Yeah. The Fairy will get us across Saria as well, which will give us access to that southwest corner of the map here. Which, oh, hey, Bagu!
Look at this guy hanging out.
Yeah. It's like as far as you can get from Saria on this west, with Lyle still being accessible. That is incredibly far.
Yeah. We've got still who's got the right ticket here though, Xarnax and Sunken and
Boots and Sunken Feedback Cave. Ouch. That is quite a spot. Mind you, Ellendar, it does have it could actually just go clear whatever palace is down here in the southwest corner, especially if the glove is hiding out down there too. It is really a sex jammer. Yes, Zero, a very item generous start. They start with both down stab, up stab, ending key, 7 hearts, and 4 lives. That was not their issue today, just the math, apparently. Map decided you really do need to go check your bridges, I suppose. Gee, thanks. Good hint, game. Thanks for that.
Yeah, here comes Xarnax just crossing Saria just straight up, and there's an item cave or a continent connector right there.
Yeah, and no, we knew Babu would not be hard to quarter trail since we saw those boots, because it's one of those classic one quadrant of a vanilla-like map is just segmented off because of a humongous bay. There is Reflect for Ellendar. Sorry, which spell this was. And Xarnax will be getting Reflect here shortly. They're pretty much going to be even heading to the southwest corner of the map here. We'll see what's down here.
Both runners are going to be a little spooked as to their previous early game progression on the choices they made. Xarnax unable to clear anything in P4, and Ellendar not knowing the child's not really required here unless he wants the shield spell, but they're going to be finding, like, oh no, this was all right here the whole time.
Yeah, no, they're just a regular old jar here. You don't even see the color. We don't need it, honestly. Not surprised we got a bunch of junk items. We did start with 3 extra heart containers and a Yeti key, so... Our
third palace there.
So we're just missing 1 item cave left on the west end. We have seen Stonehenge, so it's just an item cave outstanding, which is going to be Boulder Block. So just our remaining palace down here, and that'll be it. And also, it's so true, there's like only 2 tiles of water separating them.
Yeah, you think Link could just swim a little bit here.
Right? Trail's boots were in the Sunken Feedback Cave on the east. You had to take a bridge across, about the middle of the map, dead center. There's P2, which is an unknown item in here. We know P5's got Raft.
Both of our runners side by side into Helmet Head's room.
Immediate
same
Helmet
levels.
Head. Why not?
At least same attack level.
Yeah. Helmet Head taking a fair few hits for attack 4. Not doing a ton of damage though, so not really an issue. Yeah. Scratch damage there. Xarnax having the better fight, and that'll be... There's... Ellendar's first, second gem, Xarnax is first, so I think we're going to both go looking for that item. Ellendar is going to place this gem though, yeah, he's going to get... I think this is going to be Magic 5 here, probably. As, this lovely room is going to require a drop.
Yeah,
they don't have a to go right.
Unfortunately, Ellendar can't do it. I'm sorry, Ellendar can't do it. Okay. I was going to say there's really no guarantee that this leads to anything else behind the boss, because that drop is probably just going to lead us back somewhere else in the palace.
Mm. Yeah, and Xarnax decided he's out of here. Decides he does not need the item, and he's going to just leave P5 for later. To be fair, it's not too hard to get too hard to get back there with boots, and Helmet Head is the first thing you see in the palace.
Yeah, I see that. Yep, he might have a good chance there with the glove. I mean, I hate to leave palaces when the glove is just kind of hanging out somewhere. Ellendar's in here for potentially 2 things: glove and or boots. Unfortunately, boots not going to be in here for him though. Do have an elevator up here. We got several junctions left to check, so we'll see where it all leads and where it all goes here.
Yep.
Ellendar almost getting himself in trouble there by clearing out. Oh, get the.
That
Yeah.
Carapace.
Oh, here's the drop room that they dropped into, I believe. So
Go east to find the medicine. Yeah, did anyone catch the hint for the item in 4? Because I completely missed the hint.
no, I did not.
Whatever it is, Xarnax doesn't want it immediately here, apparently, because he's not going into 4th just yet.
I think Ellendar's back to the start of the palace. I think he's got to go right from here.
Yeah, this elevator shaft looks kind of familiar. Yep, that's Helmet Head.
I mean, this will be huge if this is the glove or potentially the raft, and assuming the raft leads to Maze Island today. Oh no, sorry, Gooma Raft. Gooma Raft. My bad. Maybe it'll be the hammer. I don't know.
Hammer glove would be big, yeah.
We didn't see New Kasuto, right? Oh no, fairy jump block room there for Ellendar. Did not get fairy off the east. Xarnax has fairy, but Ellendar does not. Also,
No,
glove block
and-
to the left here.
We do not have fairy. No, we do not have New Kasuto, sorry. That is somewhere on the western coast.
Okay, I wasn't sure if maybe like a 7th magic container might be something worthwhile for Ellendar, assuming the 2 has a magic container or something.
Possible. Thunder is 61 now at Magic 5. That's not terrible.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a glove block.
That's the same room. It's going to be jump fairy blocked item is what it's going to be, because that's the same room that's the bottom of the elevator he just came down here from.
Oof, yeah, that is a loop. And Xarnax, in the meantime, sticking of the east, is taking a wander down the coast with the boots. There's New Kasuto, I think, to the left, and the final palace.
I guess it could still be behind the boss, assuming it's, not the glove. It could be a glove blocked item behind the boss.
Yeah. And that is P5 for Xarnax.
Item is right there, left in Xarnax, or he doesn't recognize the community item room. That's the raft right there.
Oof.
Let's hope. Because that might punish him. Well, maybe not. If Xarnax ever takes an up and A, he'll likely see that left and be like, let me just go left, and that'll be the item that he needs. Especially with Gooma right here. Okay. I feel like I'm seeing things, but it seems like, based on Xarnax's capture, that the green curtains are lit up, illuminated on the top side, so it's illuminating the top part of the brick on the bottom of the screen. Very cool effect. Okay, so it seems we did have one other, wait, nope, dead end here for Ellendar. So jump fairy block item or glove blocked item.
Yep, and Xarnax is going to leave 5 here.
Did Xarnax not get the hint? Maybe Ellendar only got the hint?
I don't remember where that raft hint was.
Neither do I.
54 for Ellendar.
He has reflect. I'm like, oh no, he's coming in here without reflect, but no, they got it.
No, that reflect was in Saria. He does have that. This 4 is a slightly obnoxious shade of yellow-green for Ellendar.
All right, 6 containers enough to get into the basement here.
Yeah. What spell is here because I'm brain farting it?
Dash, I think, was Mito.
I know Dash was. I was talking about New Kasuto.
Yeah, I actually didn't see it. He was so quick into the town, I didn't even notice.
We know
it.
where all the other spells are, so it's just a matter of processes of illumination. Jump is where that is. Good. And chat confirms. Thanks, Patrick. Well, here's Karok. Right?
Yeah, hopefully Ellendar just follows us back, and we still don't have the confirmation on what Karok, the hint in P4 was doing. Did anyone in chat catch that earlier?
Yes, we sure didn't. I saw that Karok disappears with something. My first thought was boots. We know where those are, and it's that. So I'm not sure what it actually is. It's possible that glove isn't required trails, but as you know, on a 6-gemmer, it's unusual. Cross, thank you, chat. Okay.
Yeah, not a big payoff then.
No. Cross would make sense, because I thought I saw boots, and it is a 5-letter word. Yeah, they are in where I think Xarnax. Where is Xarnax? Oh, this is P4. I think. P4
yeah, he just needs to go up.
Substantially more muted shade of green on his end as Xarnax plays on console. This is a really rather bright shade of yellow-green for Ellendar.
Oh, the item isn't behind Karok. Oh, okay.
Should have done. No, Ellendar's up A.
Was there a glove block that Xarnax found that I didn't see him find earlier?
I'm not sure.
Interesting. So we'll likely see Xarnax dig behind the boss then. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he did have that hint and he remembers that and he's not going to want that cross. He's out.
He is out, it seems. Yeah, Xarnax does look like he's skipping items. He has most things. He knows how to navigate the east. He knows where his raft is, so he didn't get it out of 5. Speaking of the raft, on this, the big thing he wants is a glove. He doesn't know about, I guess. Speaking of the raft, though, unless there's a continental connector cave or bridge hiding in the southwest corner of the east, I think we might need to take that raft tile to get to Tiffany's Island, one way or the other.
Yeah, it's either going to be
either direct connector to Maze Island or go dig the M for a connector.
Yeah,
one way or the other. Because I don't think there's much of anything else out there. Because I think we're running out of physical locations for that connector to be to Maze Island right now. And Xarnax did choose to be able to fight without that raft, so
yeah, I don't. I'm failing at remembering who saw what hints and when. Because if they saw them early on, they could have forgotten. If they didn't see them, well, then they don't even know that stuff is in there. So, but Xarnax is taking a lot of gambles based on us not seeing a glove hint anywhere. So, having dipped out of 2, having dipped out of 4, but we think he had the hint in 4. We assume he had the hint in 5, but we could have been wrong. That's 3 items.
There's one thing to know is that he did mark the cross as being in 4 on his personal tracker, but he doesn't have an item marked for P5. So it seems that, assuming his tracker is accurate, he knows on that. Assuming his tracker is accurate, then he does not know that the raft is in 5. And we did mention that he didn't seem to recognize the community item room in 5 right at the start, so he might be kicking himself later about that one.
He's going to show us what's in 3 or 6 here. Mm-hmm. We'll see if he sticks around, though. We don't have any hints or any idea what could be in here. There's still so many items that are outstanding and locations that are outstanding that it really could be anything at this point.
Yeah. I have no idea which one this is, Trails. Hey, Tannerin. I'm about to see Canyon East bamboozled them both a bit, and nope, this is Trails. You're wrong.
Yeah, we had not seen either 3 or 6, so it was a swap between whatever this was and the other one's on Maze Island. So.
Yep. very, very dark. Well, dark blue here. It's going to be a little lighter on Ellendar's end. 6 Gemmer Tannerins. They started with a good amount of. Well, they started with 7 hearts, 4 lives, any key, upstab and downstab. But the map Rando's been a little bit trolly today. Ellendar needs to go explore the east a bit further to find his boots in Sunken Peabag Cave and general progression. Really, I think I don't remember if Ellendar's seen P5 either, and P5 has been hinted to have a raft. I think Ellendar's the one who has that hint, and we know that, and he has in fact marked it on his personal tracker. Now that I take a closer look at it, and we know the raft is probably their progression to go to Maze Island eventually, somehow.
Yeah, there's we've got still fragmented information here between our 2 runners. And
Trails Xarnax cannot enter GP right now. He needs to find his way to Maze Island before we can say he can enter GP.
Yeah, he needs to play 6 gems. He hasn't even been to Death Valley yet to see P1 or anything like that. And wherever this cross is in P4 is destroying Ellendar's time here.
It is. Unfortunately, he's taking a lot of time into it. I think the crossing was on the east, unfortunately, in one of those places Ellendar hasn't been to, which just hurts. Yeah, Trails. This is not a 4 gemmer. This is a 6 gemmer.
Item in 3. Here we go.
Just a 1-up. That is not it. JC, where did all these pro randos come from? I mean, you have got one of OTR's most analytical commentators on comms. I do also do a lot of analytics for a living as a corporate tax accountant. And, well, it applies to Z2R too.
I've played a few games myself, so I know a thing or two.
Just a bit, yes.
Okay, this might be the way for Ellendar. My god, this 4, I don't know if there's been some duplicate rooms, but even Xarnax was a bit turned around in here, and he just left without even looking early on, so we just essentially deemed him confirming that the item was behind Karak, but in fact it was not. Here is Xarnax with his item room.
Oh yeah, okay, good, he's back. I've seen Star in the corner of his own. I was playing Professor Lane versus Ace Attorney for a bit earlier on my own stream. I'm just laughing at Cherry now. Here is the cross for poor Ellendar, and okay, just gonna go get the remaining 108 experience and get out of here. Fair enough to get the level, I think. Yes, 20 to 40, and there's enough. Good. And of course, classic, hi! Canyon Death Mountain is, well, of course the game's gonna tell us to go to Canyon Death Mountain before we can get to the east. Maze Island, as that I think is the sneaky bridge. Yep.
Yeah, Xarnax has got a pretty good lead here. Has skipped the palaces where we haven't really needed anything out of just yet. We got 2 items on Maze Island. We have an accessible hammer cave if he wants to go find it. We have access to P6 here on Maze Island, which is also going to have an item that we're unsure of what's in there. So he's got a bit of treasure hunting to do in the general vicinity where he's at.
Yeah,
Ellendar needs to go back east.
Let's get to P6, because I think it's down in the southwest corner with no easy way there. Yeah, good.
No, I was just going to say, Ellendar needs to go back east and find those boots and unlock everything else on this east.
Yep. Here's the first item on Maze Island down in the southeastern corner. And just a candle for Xarnax. Unfortunately, yeah, this Maze Island layout is not a friendly one. River all the way at the top, Palace all the way at the bottom, and at least one of the 2 items is also all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, depending on... I don't know. This glove is not going to be on the east as far as I know, unless it's in Spell Tower?
I think we're missing... We've seen a P-Bag, we've seen the boots, we've seen the medicine. I don't think we saw Risen P-Bag Cave, I want to say.
Or
might have known. It might be a water tile we haven't seen.
Yeah, we've seen Risen, and Xarnax did show us the water tile. I forget what it was, but I don't think it was anything amazing.
Right. Oh, Jar, it looks like, according to his personal tracker. So it's just the items in New Gasudo then. Well, no, he doesn't have one of the P-back keys marked in his personal tracker. There's the boots finally for Ellendar, who is not happy with that, as there's a magic jar for Xarnax.
Yeah, the issue is that Xarnax has had dash for a while, and he's been dashing around and making up a lot of gaining a lot of ground as a result of that. And the longer that Ellendar doesn't have dash, the more that Xarnax is going to pull ahead.
Yeah, because dash was in Meta, which is by start, but the medicine is somewhere over here.
I think it's in the basement of New Gasudo, Granny's basement. Either that or it's I think that's what it is.
Yeah, New Gasudo is further south on this coast, so Ellendar will get that medicine soon, but it is going to be quite late. Because dash is one of those things where you don't usually need for any seed, but it really does help to have it. Here's a pretty quick barba for Xarnax. Just a couple rooms in. It is very at least for Ellendar, so catching up on the absolutely have to find this thing list of items.
The thing is, though, it might be like Spec Rock glove, or potentially glove-blocked, boulder-blocked cave on the west still, which is going to be Magic Container Cave, I believe.
One of those is our last remaining item cave. Not sure which cave that is, but it is an item cave.
Yeah, looking at Xarnax's tracker there, and so with Ellendar's as well, we've got Magic Container Cave still undiscovered.
Here's the medicine, speaking of, for Ellendar. And Xarnax is going to look for the item in this 6. Pretty nice shade of blue for him. I suspect it's going to be a bit eye-searing for Ellendar, who is now into this, to take a look at this P5 and is going to go check the cave first. Which, you didn't need a raft after all, I guess, because there was a cave right there.
Wow, okay.
So did Xarnax just not check that?
It's possible that he just misidentified it as a pass-through. And we're getting a little River Devil removal.
I'm a little surprised. Okay, so River Devil blocked a little bit more than I thought, but 100% useless.
Ellendar, why are we not going in 5? We need to get into 5 now.
I have no idea where Ellendar's going. Maybe looking for a glove?
He has comfortable levels. We know that Guma's like 3 rooms in.
Gonna do Risen P-back cave first, I guess. And that is a hammer from Xarnax, by the way. So that gives a Spec Rock, which is completely free on the coast, right on the river there, somewhere in the Death Mountain. Those Xarnax have to physically get back there, which is a pain in the rear, because this maze island layout is complete and utter trash.
Starting to feel a little bad for throwing out Ellendar's shade there publicly. That if Xarnax could just start winning, I think Xarnax heard that. Hey! Just in my defense, he said it in a public channel. Okay.
Anyhow,
wasn't like some secret DM he sent me. Like, man, I wish that. No, it was totally.
There's a trophy here, which that does give us the spell. That could be required for Glove in the Spell Tower.
I'm not sure what Ellendar's looking for. He saw Risen, he saw Sunken. I can't really make out too much on his tracker. Well, I guess water tile, okay.
Not sure either. Okay, yeah. And of course, that's nothing either.
He's got to get into 5 and zoom. What is he doing?
I have no idea where Ellendar's going at this point.
maybe Xarnax, maybe Xarnax just PayPal'd him $50 and was like, "Hey man, just stall for a little while, about the 40-minute mark, and make sure that I take the win tonight." I mean, $50 is $50. Come on now.
I'm just laughing. I
don't know what Ellendar's looking for. He's got everything as far as I can tell.
Same here. I think I've seen all the overworld items on the east too.
Where does he feel he's blocked? He's got P5 right there. He's got access to P3.
I guess he's looking for the bridge now, but I'm not sure why he just come in here earlier, because it's a canyon. It's with boots. It's not hard to just, do what he's doing and find that bridge.
If I felt behind at this point, I might seek out Hammer Cave just for the hell of it, because that might be our glove.
It might be. Trail's glove really might be in the spell tower. We're only missing a couple of items. Neither of them got the item out of 2. We don't have the item from Hammer Cave, and we don't have spell tower. It's a 1 in 3 chance. We've seen everything else. So it's gotta be one of those 3 places, because we've seen everything else in the scene, I'm pretty sure, so it's possible. Ellendar is at least on the right track here in Maze Island. There's really not any way to save time in this Maze Island. Unfortunately, this layout is one of the worst I've ever seen.
Xarnax does like to gamble on gloveless GPs, so GP's very close to start. It's entirely possible he just looks around in here. This is that glove block room as well. He's got to take the drop. But he might just go in there and say, F it, let's try this.
He might.
He's won max random races on it before. 2 years ago, he definitely won a max random race without the glove. So it's highly possible.
Yep, there is the candle for Ellendar, which is none too helpful.
Drum roll. Oh, we know that's the child. We know that's the child. Hello.
Oh yeah, I forgot we knew that was a child. I forgot the Xarnax was in 1. Is why.
Yeah, me too.
I thought he was in another palace for whichever reason. He was looking for something we didn't know about, but Ellendar should be finding the magic jar. I think it's. I don't know. It's closer to the bridge. This Maze Island layout really is trash.
Yeah, the other item's right up to where he's going now.
Yeah, there it is. Ellendar, at least, I think, might just honestly get out of here, because it's gonna be a hike to get back through Maze Island. It's, with this layout, we'll see. 6 at least should be a pretty quick clear. We'll see if he's
Hammer Cave or P2 or Spell Tower. We're down to 3 places that we can have. Did we check Spec Rock, right?
We checked Spec Rock. That was the trophy.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we got 3 locations left for the glove to be.
P2 and Hammer Cave? P2, Hammer Cave, Spell Tower, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot to mention this Western Hammerlock Cave earlier when I was listing off remaining checks.
We're about to go into GP.
Yes, we are.
Oh, he walks by it! No, Xarnax knows exactly what he's doing.
He's going to go check Hammer Cave? I don't know, because none of the 3 remaining item locations are exactly the friendliest to get to.
We did see Trophy Cave. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Because we've got where is Xarnax going? Because it's not the east, it's not GP, it's not P2, because that's down in the southwestern corner. He's looking for something. I don't know what that is, but he is looking.
I wonder if he's looking for P2 again, maybe. Oh, he's looking for this. This is going to be Jump Cave.
That's not going to help him.
Yeah, so Patrick in chat asked me, did we see Trophy Cave? Trophy Cave was the southwest corner, just on the other side of Staria. It had nothing but a blue or red jar in there. That's what was next to P2.
Yeah. And okay, now Xarnax is going into GP. I don't know why he just did that loop around the northern half of the map, but he's in 51, about 55 here, I think.
Yeah, so if we see Xarnax try to dig this and run into glove blocks, this could be the time that Ellendar needs to catch up here.
Yep, probably takes a right here, probably is greeted by a spicy chicken and has the ferry to save life. And more elevators. Oh boy. Alright, that might be the bottom of the elevator. Yeah, okay, so left and down from start loop into each other. There, at least partially. And that's a glove block. Hi, Waffle Room. I think think he needs to go right from that first elevator and see where that takes him, because there's a glove lock and a loop besides.
Yeah, he's got to go down here.
Elevator. There's a hammer for Ellendar. Right, this is curtain room. Let's save. And Ellendar's backtracking through Maze Island here. And let's head down some more.
Still alive.
Still alive. Runs face first into a spicy chicken, and here's another room. Chickens. Ouch.
So is Ellendar going to be looking for Hammer Cave here? He knows the rock is on the coast. He's seen it, but he might be peeking around for Hammer Cave as well.
Ooh, and that's a death for Xarnax.
Yeah, this is why we call these rooms fun rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we have. Is that a Hammer Cave right there? Uh-oh.
That might be here at the southern and the eastern coast.
Another elevator down for Xarnax as well. Another fun room.
And here it is for Ellendar.
Wow, a lot of this palace not glove blocked, but kind of dangerous. So if Xarnax takes
a squad is out in force, that's for sure.
Yeah, if Xarnax takes a lot of damage and ends up game overing here, I wonder if he's going to keep digging or start looking at those other locations.
Hmm. Did that loop back into itself there? Because
it may have. Yeah, I'm going to say it probably did.
I think that looks like a loop. Yeah. Running face first into another chicken and takes another death. Or running into the same chicken again, because I think he ran into this one earlier.
All right, 33% chance that Ellendar's in the correct spot. Is this going to be our glove, and is it going to be required?
Both big questions. Nope, that's our final magic jar. Yep.
I think we're getting a turn in.
Mukasudo Spell Tower.
Yeah, I think we're getting a turn in for Dash and Spell, and then we're maybe headed to 2 in the southwest corner, or we're going back to the Spell Tower.
I don't know that Ellendar got the item out of 3 earlier, because that's a 1-up. He hasn't beaten it.
Oh, he also has 5. Yeah, he's also got these palaces. Ellendar, why are these palaces? His gem's not placed yet. We're going to have a talk later.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's the biggest thing is he's just behind in, progression in terms of palaces done, as Xarnax speeds through that curtain room and arrives in this one, and then
I was a little confused that he didn't do 5 because, he had healthy levels. There's a difference with not wanting to do 5 when you've got attack 2 or even attack 3 very early on in the game. And so that's understandable, but he already had attack 5, I'm almost positive, when he was outside of P5. So, that's a pretty simple Goomba fight there. And these are loops for Xarnax.
These are loops. These look familiar. And so do these chickens, which are beating him up to pack. Like, he's got 6, 7, 7, and 7 heart containers. These chickens are just not being kind. It doesn't help he's running into them face first with Dash, to be fair. Here's the P-back for Ellendar, as he's trying to line them on the west.
If we were on the west, I kind of want to go to P2. Then again, I don't know.
Then again, Ellendar still has palaces to beat.
That's true.
He's heading back to the east here, because that's where he's going right now.
I think Xarnax is going to P2 down here, yep. Well, it's a 50-50 as far as we know from our perspective. P2 or Spell Tower. Now we gotta...
And that... Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, now Xarnax has to kind of comb through P2, though, because he dipped out right after he beat Helmet Head, so he doesn't know where the potential blocks are right now. Is this P3 for Ellendar?
This should be, yeah, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
P6 is a much brighter blue than that.
Yeah, he did that on Maze Ellendar, so this has to be. I mean, other than seeing Rebanak's room, you know.
Also that. Sorry, I had to go ping a thing up in the other Discords. Organizer items. Sanity check that. Okay, there we go. And Rebo's down for Ellendar, so that is 5 gems down for him. Is Xarnax also in 3?
Xarnax is in 2.
Okay, I couldn't tell which pals he was in for a minute there. That actually makes sense.
Yeah, Trail's pointing out that Xarnax has information that's a hard left at start. However, if Ellendar feels behind, I might imagine he's going to make that same hard left right off the bat, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish he had done P5 when he was there. Guma is like 3 rooms into this place, and he's going to pull out the item in 3 here.
Yeah, which is just a 1-up, as we know, and I think it was kind of deep, too. Or at least it was deeper than that pretty free rebuild.
Yeah.
No memory of where it is in this 3, because we've seen every item in the sea almost, bar 2. But... What? Because we've seen all of our magic charts. We've seen every single item besides the glove that can be clicked on the tracker.
Yeah, Ellendar's
I
not going to like this.
think it's either a junk item, a heart container, or a heart container is going to be our last heart. The one heart they didn't start with is going to be the other item they don't have right now. All right, that wasn't too bad a dig actually for 3 for Ellendar. I thought that would be worse, honestly. That's not too bad.
Is he just going to go straight to New Kasuto and check this out real fast?
I think so. I mean, no.
Oh, Ellendar, you got dash! Go see the tower, man! I'm losing it over here.
At least P5's item is immediate. I hope he recognizes that it's the first thing he sees.
Yeah, he should. He should.
Well, happy 1 hour, everyone. As Xarnax is continuing to try and find the item in 2.
Yeah, he knows it's the raft too, I think. So I think he's just going to skip that and just go.
Yeah, no.
Guma's right here, I think.
Yeah, Guma's, I think, pretty free. Yep.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm losing it over here, Star.
I don't remember if Ellendar is spell, I'll be honest.
Oh, that's... Oh, did he not turn in the trophy in Ruda? Uh-oh.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I think I was busy dealing with the ping when he was last in the West. There's Guma down, though.
This P2. Oh, no. Xarnax not pulling the item out of P2. He's going to leave and go do other things. It could still be in P2.
It could be, because Xarnax still has the New Kasuto Spell Tower and the Camera Cave outstanding. They won't take him too long, but there is more than 0 time spent.
Unless I missed it, unless chat can confirm that Xarnax did not see that jump fairy block room, because otherwise there's a glove block behind the boss, but there's also a jump fairy block room in there that Ellendar saw did not have jump or fairy when he was in there and had to dip out. So where's Ellendar headed?
No idea. Chat has nothing enlightening for us either.
We also need to check for Ellendar's spellbook because he might have spell, he might not have spell. He's headed to 2. Where's he going? No, it's south.
He's not going to 2. Where are you going, Xarnax?
He's going. No. Both of them are going in weird places. Where's Xarnax going?
I have no idea where either of them are going right now. I think Ellendar lost track of his towns. Is what happened to him. Because he just went back to Duraru for no reason.
I think both of our runners are doing a little de-rusting in a live environment here in this tournament race.
I think so. And Xarnax is just now getting spell, so that answers one question.
Oh, okay, alright.
Yeah, I think both of our runners are
both of them, yep.
Okay, spell back to back for these two, so they are both thinking about that spell tower.
This would be so funny.
They're both only missing. They both have 6 gems done. Xarnax has an exploration advantage in GP, but
yeah, Ellendar needs to take that gamble on the hard left. Oh my god! Oh my god!
And that's assuming the glove is in GP. Is in the spell tower, because Ellendar is going not that right now.
I think he's going east New Kasuda. He's just taking the pass through here instead of walking. He's going to come out right where Xarnax is walking by right now. They're like literally side by side, yeah.
The sync here is slightly silly for them both right now. So Ellendar gets the encounter that Xarnax does not.
If I had any hair right now, I'd be pulling out my hair.
My hair's tied up in a ponytail, so like, I'm not be pulling at it.
Oh my god. We're both headed to New Kasuda. Oh, wait, is this it? Oh, did Xarnax just pass it up? No, this is old Kasuda.
No, that's Ellendar.
It's the wrong Kasuda, Ellendar! Oh, he gets caught by the desert tile, the stupid rogue desert tile. Get out of there!
This is the second time he's gotten caught by it. That's just such a stroll location, straight directly north of it.
Oh, what are we picking up here? What is Xarnax doing? Let's jump! Oh, Ellendar already has that. Go, go, go! They're gonna literally meet up right here! Holy Christ! Is this gonna be the glove?
They are coming fast. In a dragon ponytail, I guess, kind of. There it is!
Oh,
there it is!
Dude, we got a race! Oh my god! Oh my god. This is so hot right now. I'm loving it.
Oh my goodness. We have a race, everyone. Let's see where Ellendar goes when he gets to the GP, because that's going to be the big thing here. They have everything they need between them. 677, I think it's 677 for Xarnax 2. Yep, 677 for them both. They've got 7 hearts, 8 magic jars, a whole lot of equipment. And Ellendar is going the wrong way.
Well, there weren't that many rooms to this loop, but if this isn't that deep in, then Xarnax definitely has a pretty good shot here. I mean, there's got to at least be some sort of junction here, I think, coming up. We haven't seen a lot of rooms, and if Thunderbird's and Thunderbird may be in the way, something like that, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, too, is Xarnax took a rather surprisingly long time to identify that it was a loop, because it wasn't that hard to figure out. We noticed almost immediately.
Yeah, Ellendar just up and out of there.
Ellendar might realize sooner than Xarnax did. I was surprised it took Xarnax that long to realize he was in the loop, because it was reasonably obvious it was, at least.
Wait, Ellendar just up and to take the same path. What's happening here? I
don't know where he's going, I'll be honest with you. Top of the L7 here for Xarnax. Top of an L7.
Oh, is this not the same way I thought he just took the... No, I guess he went up and right. I'm sorry, he went up and right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Ellendar's going to find a full set of loops. Xarnax is somewhere. I've lost track of him.
Yeah, he took a drop and landed in this section, and now he's got 3 paths back at that 4-way. He's got another 2 paths here. This is a T-junction. He got some choices.
Shaken decided to beat him up again. He took an Eon drop. Okay, thanks, chat.
Oh, he took an Eon drop, so that means that it doesn't even have to be this way.
No, Chickenoid of every color in this room here for Xarnax. I think 3 reds, a blue, and an orange. Lovely. And they're gonna kill him a second time. Ouch.
Ellendar needs to find these loops ASAP and identify these and get going left. Uh-oh.
That one here's T-Bird. I think that's what I think, because these are extremely long, so they're fairly obvious, though the spicy chickens are giving him about as much a fun time as they're giving Xarnax. I think once Ellendar takes his right, he should be piecing together the loop pretty quick. Yeah, there it is. Easter Rainbow Peeps from Hell, Starfall. The Chicken Knights are certainly giving them both business today. It's been a fun time.
Okay, Ellendar on the right path. What's behind T-Bird? Uh-oh.
Another Eon drop. Okay.
This could send him back to somewhere he doesn't want to be. That's a pretty bold move.
Taking the Eon drop directly, yeah?
That could have literally just been... Oh! It just loops into itself. Thunderbird not required unless it's a triplicate Eon drop room.
I mean, yeah, we've already seen 2 Eon drops. And yeah, that's the loop.
Well, if Ellendar does not get baited by Thunderbird, then this changes things up at the moment.
Now we'll have to see, because he needs to not take this Eon drop. This Eon drop, I think.
Well,
this Eon drop goes to T. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
It does, but there's a bunch of other branches down there as well, so it's entirely possible it still goes somewhere.
I was gonna take that death first, though, as Xarnax backtracks.
Yeah,
Not taking this Eon drop could also be a difference maker, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's... Oh, no.
But
well,
no,
I mean, maybe that's the right play.
Who knows? We don't know which way's the right way right now. Just that it's not T-Bird, and it is somewhere beyond that, glove lock. At the start, here's an emoji room, speaking of glove locks.
Alright, so Ellendar has an up and a down that Xarnax... Oh, actually, Xarnax... Yeah, he did not traverse any of these just yet.
And to the left, and yeah, Ellendar's gonna go take this all the way to the bottom.
Oh boy.
All the way to the
Fairy
bottom,
block.
and... Okay. We have divergence!
Yes, we do!
Xarnax getting very lucky it's just a rope in this room, given that he's back down to no health again.
Yeah. Alright, we got an elevator room for Ellendar. Ellendar in an elevator room.
Yep. Getting beaten up by these blue chicken knights a bit. Thankfully that second one jumps in the lava.
I'm loving the enemy loadout in this GP. This is hot right here.
Crystal would be proud of these chickens.
Look at these rooms!
Holy jeez!
Another branch! Is it just going to loop into itself? Oh no!
Oh, that's a loop for Ellendar. That elevator loops in on itself. So back up he goes, as Xarnax does take down that pair of chickens and that one waffle. Ellendar's nice to that chicken. And here's another chicken!
Yeah, they're both on low resources here. I don't know how many lives Xarnax has left. Uh-oh. Well,
not much, as that
about to say, Ellendar had only one left after that, but he decided to up an A. Oh, and Xarnax is on one as well. So we might see a game over, an up an A or something, and a slight change in routing. I don't know. Maybe we'll just see, just hold left and see what's left for Ellendar here.
Possible, because Xarnax here needs to get past these chickens. Or this specific chicken here, I guess, does get jumped off, and is just going to use that to get past, because don't try to find the chickens in this GP. They're just going to hurt you a lot. Or fun rooms.
I don't think either one of our runners has shield.
I don't believe the other picked it up out of the room, you know. There are more chickens here than in a KFC. Ellendar, you're not wrong.
All right. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna skip the drop on Ellendar's side.
Oh, that's GG to Xarnax, who has found Darklink, as that is a dead end for Ellendar, I think.
Oh my god, my heart rate.
A GP, jeez, for these two. Well, the GG to Xarnax taking this win between these two perpetual rivals in the community. And got a good 1-0 here in Swiss.
This is too much. This is too much. As crazy as it seems, Xarnax was in the lead for a chunk of this, taking the gamble, ending up not paying off for him, having to dip out, going to P2, and not finding the item. I don't think he saw the glove fairy block room. I mean, the jump fairy block room. And so decided just to go to Nukusudo Spell Tower in sync with Ellendar, who skipped out on P2. Wow. And it all just ended up here.
Yep. So yeah, GG to Xarnax, 112 flat, as Ellendar is going to get baited by T-Bird here. When told on a 6 MC disrespectful time, they had just needed to find that glove, and then needed to. And just, I mean, the thing too is like Xarnax was in GP first at like 50, is it like just about under 52 minutes, I think. And died to chickens a whole lot. Spent a while looking for the glove, and then came back, died to chickens a whole lot more, and then eventually finished the scene.
Yeah, I think Xarnax is going to try to join us for an interview, but he's had problems in the past where he was unable to speak in voice in this Discord for some reason. So we'll see if that is still an issue.
Yeah,
he might just have to join us in chat.
It has been a minute since we've last had Xarnax in an interview, so I'm also not sure if anything's changed since we last him around. These are next there in the chat, and I'll tow him in, and let's see if it works. These are next. GG's.
I can't.
Maybe not.
No.
Oh!
Hello? Hey, we can hear you! Or something, at least.
Hooray!
Xarnax, you are in trouble. You and Ellendar are going to give me a heart attack. You watch this back, you will see why.
Oh, we made lots of. I know I made lots of bad decisions.
Yeah, well, there were a combination of bad decisions. You two are in sync at some point, and I'm losing my mind.
Like both doing the same thing that you totally disagree with.
No.
Yes.
Well, no, go ahead, start.
You're good. Ellendar just look at that and has decided to not quit. GG's. Ouch on that, game over. We'll see if he wants to interview. Yeah, if he is. Hey, Ellendar, GG.
GG. I did 100% everything, but man, was it close.
Same with Xarnax.
I didn't get Hammer Cave. Or I think there's one item in the east that I didn't get as well.
I didn't get the item in 2. That was it. Well, I didn't get the raft, but I had the hint for it, so I just didn't get it.
You didn't? The raft was not required?
The raft was not required, no.
I don't know how you missed it, Xarnax, but the cave right next door to P5 in the east was a connector cave to Death Mountain.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's not like the raft was deep in P5 anyway.
Yeah.
It was like 3 rooms, so I was just like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
This raft is in like the very first room because it's when the community. It's a community.
I remember
it was that item room, but I'm like, hey, it's the item room. Wait, it's the raft. I ain't go there.
I remember walking like in the middle of the east was like a river, and I remember walking up and down that and like trying to pair the caves on the left side, and I couldn't. Like, yeah, I just lost. Like, there was one point where I was like, I think one of these is not a pass through, but I lost track of which one, and so it doesn't surprise me that I missed it.
I made a huge mistake earlier that I was certain was going to cost me the race, and then when I saw how trolly everything was, it was like, well, maybe I'm not.
Or maybe we did the same thing.
I went to the east early, forgot that bridge was up there in the north, and thought you needed boots because none of the connector caves went across. So I went back to the west, cleared all the palaces, went all the way down to Bagu's Woods to cross Saria to get to 2. And then the item in 2 is either jump / fairy blocked or glove blocked. I don't know which.
Right, it's glove blocked, I think. I basically did the same thing. I don't know that I knew boots I didn't conclude that boots were required, but I definitely thought they were going to be very helpful. And as soon as I don't remember what the decision point was, but as soon as it was before I even got reflect. No, it was when I saw reflect. Whatever town had it. Whenever I saw Mito, or no, Saria. I saw Saria was Reflect Town, and I was like, this is going to be a trolley seed, and I just went right to 4 to try and dig out the item. And this is before I had Reflect, and it turned out that the item was behind Karak. And then later I got a hint that it was the cross. So after I did all that, I was like, well, there's 5 to 10 minutes I threw away.
Yeah, I never got the hint for the cross until after I had cleared 4, so I think we both lost that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, at least I went to do Bagu over to 2, so I had Reflect when I went into 4 the first time. So
nice. See, yeah, I went in with
that was the route. I'm like, well, I can clear everything that I know about, and then I cleared everything that I knew about, and I didn't have Voot still. And I'm like, I must have done something wrong. Go to the east of the bridge is right there at the start, and I'm like,
Yeah. But we lost track a little too, admittedly.
Somehow I forgot about Bagu completely.
Bagu was all the way at the you had to go to the middle section and then east and then south and then all the way to the west. It was in the southwest. It was right next to Saria, but on the opposite end of the water.
It's like 2 tiles over from the. It's like there's like 2. It's like in the south middle of the continent. It's like right next to the bay.
Man, that's
it's like the narrowest part. It's like as far as from Saria as you can possibly get, which is without needing boots. And it's just like really?
and then if you did cross that bridge, if I did just cross that bridge as soon as I got to the east, boots were like the very first item, and it was like, oh come on.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
So here's the real question: who was a GP first? Because man,
Xarnax was in there at like 52 minutes without glove.
Oh yeah, okay, but like I wasn't gonna go in there without glove. If it was a gloveless GP, Xarnax would have been done by that point. So just all in, I'd find it glove and just full cleared until I got it.
Yeah, Xarnax went in there without the glove, found a bunch of loops, got lost in loops for a bit, died to the chickens a ton, then went left and went to go last location the glove more or less, and then came back. You guys were back in GP at about the same time, even actually.
Yeah, I just somehow found every single path in GP except for the way to Darklink.
Yeah.
I assume it was after that first Eon drop, but before the second Eon drop, because I think that second Eon drop was a loop.
One, I felt so bad because I didn't realize that there could be more than one. That didn't occur to me until as soon as I dropped it. Then I'm like, wait a minute, I should have gone across.
Yeah, there can be multiples of any of the rooms, basically.
Yeah.
I explored a bunch of stuff and was low on resources. I'm like, screw it, I'll up A and I'll just go left across that first Eon drop, and then it dead ends like immediately. It was like cool. Okay. And then I'm like, okay, I'll take a different fork, and like I'm just exploring like a million rooms in GP, and then I see you done. I'm like, okay, it's got to be like right here, and then it wasn't, and I fell in the lava twice, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm done with this.
Gross.
Yeah, you guys both had a tricky time with that GP. Like, you guys were did a decent start, if anything. 7 hearts, 4 lives, up stamp and down stamp, plus the Yeti key was kind of funny.
Oh man, that was another thing that ended up kind of biting me. We had all that stuff at the start, and then the first town I dip into was Dash Town. So I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get Dash real soon, and so I just started focusing on leveling up magic, and there were a couple points where I was probably grinding more than I should have, kind of focusing on that, and then it turned out that the medicine was not something I got very early. So I was like 45 minutes into the run before I got Dash.
Yeah, Dash was late for you both. Ellendar even more so. You also, because of that Dash, you ran first into a lot of those chickens and GPs.
Oh, sure.
Those were out for blood.
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys took a lot of deaths to that GP,
yeah.
which I think is hard to play.
I had enough hearts in life and lives that if I get hit by a few chickens, whatever, I gotta go fast and start axing right on my heels.
Fair.
Although Life 7 did not provide a whole lot of defense.
No, those chickens were hitting hard at Life 7, I noticed. I don't think the life spell was terribly great either.
It was vanilla.
Gotcha.
Okay, if I may step in here,
No.
I would like to. I've got some things we need to discuss real fast. You two are not getting out of here just yet. The next race is not for another 70 minutes. Okay, so first and foremost, as I just want to point out some very interesting points here. As Ellendar has found Bagu and is crossing inside of Saria, here comes Xarnax with the boots walking across the water to get to the other side of Saria. You both were at that point in time at the same time, and then you both went into P2, whereas that's when Ellendar dug around a little bit, saw the item being blocked, and Xarnax, you took off from there just kind of gambling that it wasn't available. Or wasn't important, at least. What else was interesting is Ellendar, I need an answer. You were in P5. You were dipping in and out of P5 right there by the cave. You didn't do P5 when you were first there. Why not?
I wanted to look for the glove. I knew there were a bunch of easy checks nearby for the glove, and I didn't want to risk going into a P5 and having it be glove blocked when there were a bunch. Like, there had to be a connection to Death Mountain nearby, and that had to lead to Maze Island because I'd already seen, right? Like, if I'm gonna be hunting for the glove anyway, I really don't want to dip into a P5 when there's easy checks nearby.
I mean, I guess that's an acceptable answer, but man, I guess I'm kind of worked up because Xarnax showed us it was 3 rooms in Taguma, and
it was 3 rooms, but sometimes P5 is 30 rooms.
Yeah. Okay. So you're slightly off the hook on that.
And I knew the item was useless, so it was not high on my list of things to do.
Was there something else before? Oh, 2 things here. What you'll see if you watch this back is what drove. I went crazy. I was crazy on comms. I was losing my mind. You both, as Xarnax is trying to dig through GP without a glove, you're finishing things up, and you both decide, and Xarnax goes to P2. You skipped out on P2 going back there. Xarnax tries to do P2 and deems that the item's not able to be found, and then you are both in sync as you go to the east. As you both are in sync in Rando, grabbing the spell, then going to the east. Then Xarnax hits New Kasuto first. You hit Old Kasuto by accident under 3-Eyed Rock, and then Xarnax did not pick up the spell in New Kasuto, so he went to go get the spell. You already had the spell, so as you're both blazing by, he comes out of the door from the spell house. You both go and raise the spell tower at the same time. We're losing our mind. It's the glove, and then all of a sudden it's immediate up and ace and right into GP. And we were hoping, Ellendar, that you felt that you were like so far behind that maybe just hard left right from start was the answer. And that would have put you right in sync with Xarnax at that point. But you did explore the rights and you saw those loops that Xarnax had already shown us. But that was driving me crazy that you were both walking into GP at essentially the same time. It was Xarnax's second trip, though.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a real cool race. I had fun with it, getting to be the, basically everything required 100%. I mean, I'm a failure. I did not get tracker percent. I didn't bother taking the 20 seconds to pick up the raft, but I did kill Thunderbird though.
You both did.
That little loop after him, that was evil.
Yeah, you almost didn't make it back to the junctions at that point. You were taking some damage, and we were wondering if you were going to end up and A-ing or just game overing there. And then, Ellendar, you did start back over, and then you checked left of the first Eon drop, immediate dead end. Or you did Thunderbird, or you did something first. Anyway, what I did want to say is I maybe I owe a slight apology. I said something. I maybe publicized some shade that you threw in Xarnax's direction a few weeks ago. That was in a public chat. It was in my public chat. I mean, everybody saw it. I mean, it was just like, so I mean,
I just like racing Xarnax.
I might have just mentioned something.
I'd like to point out that despite the fact that we play each other every tournament, I've beaten Xarnax maybe once or twice out of like 10 or 12 times.
I mean, I
feel like it's more than that.
I don't think so. You were like I was like 0 for the first 7 between Z1 and Z2.
I mean, you definitely started out. I mean, you've gotten a lot better since you started, for sure.
Yeah, I got a lot better at Z1 than I got a lot worse at Z1.
I just wanted to throw that out there. That if anyone listens to this back, there might be slight shade, little
It's all
shade
good.
cast. I may have repeated something. It was in public chat. That's my defense. Anyway, that's. I think that's it from me. I'm going crazy at the end of that race though, and we got another one coming up in an hour, so I need to probably go lie down for a little bit.
All right.
GG to both of you.
Yeah, GG's, guys.
Thank you very much. Thanks for doing the comms and the restream and all the good stuff. Thanks for the race, Ellendar. Always a pleasure. Hopefully because last tournament we didn't face each other, so this was this tournament's routine matchup, and then for last tournament we can make that up in brackets.
Yeah. And then maybe if I get some wins, we can face each other as Z1. I don't know. No promises.
There we go. You just need one.
Well, I don't have
Jeez.
it, so.
Actually, no, not necessarily. I'm 0-1 right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I just have to root for your opponent then. We'll get paired up in next round. It'll be great.
Yeah, we'll find out Saturday.
Alrighty then. So yeah, GG's to you both. Good luck in the next few Swiss rounds. Thank you also to everyone for joining me on comms and to Mizu for joining us on the Clickety Clack. Thank you so much. Let's see, coming up ahead on the CSR schedule, we will have another Z2R race coming up in basically an hour flat. That will be over on CSR main there between TH and Jay Cooper. Mariah and Mizu will be returning for that one. I have got to go find some dinner and do some other things, so I will not be on comms. That we'll be hoping to see you all back here in an hour for that. Tomorrow we've got the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 6 Loose Bracket Round 4 match between Mr. Mario and Master Alex. We'll also have a Twilight Princess Lava Dash tournament between Georgios, probably badly butchered that, versus Dish. Another OTR match, and at 8 p.m. Eastern, Love Trails versus Siberius for this tournament. And plenty more races to come up besides. Lots of tournaments going on. They've got Twilight Princess, Z2R. I know we've got a Zelda 2 tournament coming up in a month or two. Vanilla, we've got Skyward Sword, Wind Waker. Lots of races if people want to check them out. So keep an eye out for all that. But thank you for watching all. We'll be back in a little while and see you all around.